under the big top of Luna Park. Please make welcome out of the blue corner from the US of A, Brian Ebersole. Turn the mic up.
Sydney, Australia. This is the last time you'll see your title holder, Hector Lombard, walk out with this belt. I implore you to please cheer your champion for the last time. I am American. I am arrogant. I'm in your face because Tap Out said so. I'll see you in 25 minutes with a new piece of jewelry.
Oh, he's confident. He's cocky. He's the bad boy. He is Brian Ebersole. I'm not sure the most popular man in Sydney tonight, nor last night, the weigh-in for that matter. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. And Ebersole, Michael Bellos, with a distinctive height and reach advantage, not to mention experience.
We have seen Lombard prove us wrong every time he steps into the cage against much more experienced opponents. So let's see if he can do that again.
He's had the razor out and an arrow pointing to his chin. His body hair almost saying to Hector Lombard, this is the spot you've got to go for. Ebersole competing in his 62nd fight, in his 21st. Tonight is our world champion, Hector Lombard. Trained in Sydney at the Lions Den Academy by Luke Bazzuti, increasingly spending more time overseas. Michael Bellos with Eric Paulson at CSW is one of the most influential and marketable commodities in cage fighting globally. WSI International presenting in conjunction with CFC your main event tonight. Luke Bazzuti going over final instructions with his charge, with his friend Hector Lombard.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the champion of CFC middleweight, Hector Lombard. When the bell rings, the man in charge is Steve Percival. 5-minute rounds, ladies and gentlemen. It's the showdown.
And here we go. Only room for two inside the cage. Our referee taking his life into his own hands. I speak of Steve Percival moving in between these two warriors. It is main event time. Welcome to the war zone. Two southpaws, two left-handers if you like. So strong striking is Hector Lombard. And look at him showing freedom with the gloves early on. How much of a part does last night's weigh-in weigh on the minds here? How much does it act as a motivation, an inspiration, or an agitation?
Plays a huge part in it, and look at this. Ebersole has cut Hector Lombard.
Lombard's forehead has more than just a trickle of blood. And look at the man they call Shongo, throwing the hands, throwing the elbows now in response to the big elbow thrown by Brian Ebersole. What about this for action? What about this to kick off our main event? Explosive, natural power, and perhaps some confidence there from the bad boy. Lombard, he can feel the blood, he can sense the blood, he can see the blood.
Big throw there by Lombard, Andy. Nice judo takedown. Of course, Ebersole's a wrestling background. Bit of trouble there defending against it. It's a very sneaky one, and it did its job.
It certainly did. Brian Ebersole cut above and I believe below the left eye already. So both men sporting cage tattoos at the moment. The speed in hand of Hector Lombard, astonishing. Happy to throw the hands out, also looking to connect with a good night elbow.
Ebersole defending well here, Andy. His plan is to weather the Lombard storm.
The Lombard storm, some call him Hurricane Hector. And the popular theory is, Michael, if you can withstand the hurricane early, you are in with a shot.
Nice uppercut there, Andy. Lombard threw it as Ebersole was stepping in. Ebersole clever to keep his hands up, but that's still war on the chin.
In traditional boxing terms, Lombard there waiting and asking Ebersole to walk in on his punch. Very smart strategy from the shorter Hector Lombard. Oh, he's cheeky. He's cheeky as Brian Ebersole. You want to know why there's bad blood here? There's a good reason. And Hector with his hands almost suggesting, you want to poke your tongue out and I'll put it through the back of your head. 3 minutes into this opening round.
Nice takedown defense there by Lombard. Ebersole shot in for the double leg and Lombard had nothing to do with it.
He smothered it straight away. Luke Pizzuti, his voice is almost gone already at ringside, screaming to his charge Hector Lombard. By and large, the defences of Brian Ebersole have been top shelf so far. He knows a strong upper body defence and a strong upper body triangle from shoulder to elbow to fist is a necessity to keep out these Shongo shots.
Lombard, with a nice double leg takedown, caught Ebersole up against the cage and just took his legs from underneath. Ebersole, of course, waiting, not looking for a choke, doesn't look like. I think he's just holding him down, trying to buy some time.
This isn't World Wrestling Entertainment. This isn't a Don King promotion. These two guys absolutely despise one another. It's not part of the promotional hype. They want to get in and win, and in the process inflict as much punishment on their opponent as humanly and legally possible. Ebersole called to his feet by our referee Steve Percival.
Cartwheel kick from Brian Ebersole. He's pulled that off before. This one actually hit Lombard, but not to the effect that he wanted it to.
It was certainly spectacular from the bad boy.
Of course, Lombard now in the guard, working his elbows, trying to make some space to cause some damage here.
This is where Lombard is at his best, looking for an opportunity to ground and to pound. Final seconds of the opening round, and the bell sounds. To the corners we go. Ebersole elated his last and 5.
Look at this Lombard flurry, punching to the arms, and this is the elbow that cut Lombard up.
And to his credit, Hector Lombard just walked straight through the elbow. Amazing resilience, amazing toughness. And it was an opening 5-minute period that had a little bit of everything, including some showboating, some mind games, and a cartwheel kick.